Alright guys, what's up? Today we are installing Hello horns. I actually bought this off of someone who was selling it online, so they're used, they're not brand new. The cool thing about these is that I heard that with the Legacies you kind of have to like make a relay or do all your own kind of wiring. I don't know how true that is, but because I bought it used, I have my own. It's already made up. So it should be as simple of just taking everything off and like putting these in. It should be a simple plug and play. Alright guys, so fast forward like a week from last time I was saying that we're going to install the Hello horns. And I'm here with my friend Brandon. It's funny because we have the same name, but here's Brandon. And what happened was that the first time that we tried to do it, the harness that I had didn't work. It was like the wrong harness or whatever the guy sent me or whatever. So Brandon is going to help me custom make a harness to make the horns work. So we're going to go inside, we're going to make them, put everything on, wire it up, and hopefully we have loud horns. Do you want to say anything?
No, I'm good.
Alright, so God, Brandon's working on that. For the Legacies, our horns are located underneath. I already took this off. This is a cold air intake. I left the bath plugged in just so I don't have a check engine light. But there's bolts. There's 3 bolts. There's 2 on the side, and there's a bolt right here. Oh, that'll focus. Hold on. Can I focus it? There's a bolt right there, and then 2 on the bottom. And you take this out, and there's a hole underneath there with your stock horns. So we're gonna take this off. This is pretty much what it looks like when there's no intake box. Here's your intake. I took out the box. There's just a big ass hole, and then in here, right here, there's both your horns are here, somewhere in there. There's dark abyss. In there. So in this hole, towards the headlight, are your 2 horns, and they have 2 wires to them. You just pull them out, and then there's your horns. What is this? Alright, so this is the wiring that we did. The harness originally comes with, what does it come with? It comes with like to go to like your battery, to the horns, to like the power. But we're gonna bypass the whole battery and fuse and stuff, and we just made these. And it's just like a female connector that connects to the back of your horns like this. On this one, it'll just plug in. If I can plug it in, so it'll just connect to the back of your horn with one. And then the other side will go to your stock horn like plug. So that's where you're going to get the power from. And then the other plug is going to come out, and that's going to be your ground. It's going to have a ground coming out of one horn, coming out of the other horn to a ground, so any metal grounded. And then these are just going to go to power. And then that should be pretty much done. Alright, so I don't know if I explained it really good in like the last thing with the power or whatever, but all we did was make a wire to go to the back of the horn to this where the stock horn was plugged in, and then where the other stock horn was plugged in. So there's 2 horns, so we come out of those 2 plugs and go to the back of both horns, and then out of the back of both horns is just a ground. So all we're doing is getting power from where the stock horns were getting power and fueling the Hello horns with that. So all we did was make up just like, you know, like we did 16 gauge wire and then crimped on like the little connectors, the male and female ones. We're going to plug everything together, and then everything should work. So yeah. gonna explain this real quick. Alright, so, oh my god, I'm not focused. Alright, so the back of the hella horns, there's two prongs. One of the prongs is a ground. All we do is ground it to this screw right here. And it goes into the screw and then into the other hella horns. They're both grounded. And then out of each hella horn, there's a wire that connects to the other prong. In each hella horn, so there's a wire that comes out of this prong, there's a wire that comes out of one of the prongs in the back of this one. They go around the car, and then they plug into the stock horn harness that's down there. So you unplug it from the stock horns and plug it into the new wire you made that goes to your hella horns. And then everything wires up, and then it should sound like this. Jesus. Alright, so once everything's all wired up and you got all your horns on and you tested it and everything works, just put everything back together, put your cold air intake, you know, back together, plug everything up, make sure everything's secured, tie wraps, whatever you got to do to neaten it up, and then you're done. So we're going to put it all back together now and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so hella horns are in. Shout out to Brandon for helping me out, wire everything up and do it. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions, leave a comment. It's just fairly simple, so if you guys have any hella horns questions or whatever, hit me up. If I don't know it, I'll hit Brandon up and we'll solve it together. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.